Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for war number 7 of season 46. Today we have a matchup against LVT. Now in any other season this would be a very difficult war. However, LVT is not pushing this season, so they placed like multiple defenders, etc. Some of their folks placed even without G Masteries running. So rank 2 Chee'ilth coming to her first war as a rank 2 today, along with Scorpion and Agent Venom. You notice that I changed Chee'ilth's stat focus from crit to physical resistance. We'll get into that a little bit later. But for now, we're going to start off with this Kindred, Ascended Kindred on node 2. We're going to go in with Scorpion using the Rupture pre-fight since he is immune to poison. Rupture is usually the safest option anyway. Alright, so the strategy here is I wanted to kind of get a feel for his AI profile first. So you're going to see me push him over bar of power, and he immediately tosses the special 1. So I felt pretty confident that I didn't really need to use the special 1 taunt here. You can see he did it again. So instead of using this special 1, I'm going to try and kill him outright with the special 2. And you notice that we haven't even come close to triggering Nightmare Outbreak or whatever it's called. So we're taking no degen here, and as soon as the root ends, he ends up dying. So we took basically no damage there. That was nice. Alright, next up we have a Spot on node 11. Spot is Tactics, so we're going to go in here with Chee'ilth using an advanced power boost. The strategy here is to get to the special 2 because while the Tranquilize debuff is active, Chee'ilth cannot miss, and every time she would miss, it pauses the Tranquilize for like 3 seconds here. So fortunately, he holds block there and then rides out the taunt, so this special 1 is going to be unblockable, and I have no way of preventing it. Miss the dexes also, so that's awesome. When the taunt doesn't actually work, it feels pretty bad. So not to worry too much though. I mean, it's a couple potions, you know, no big deal. So we got the Tranquilize debuff up on him. He is untouchable. Our miss is failing, but we are still hitting him, of course. And you can see the Tranquilize is paused for pretty much the rest of the fight here. There we go. I don't really know why I keep intercepting him. I probably should have just kept going with the special 1. And then he doesn't get a chance to throw another special anyways, and he's down. Alright, up in section 2, we are on path 5. Got a rank 3 TERRAX here. Gonna go in with Scorpion. You can see me popping an invuln there. That's just so if I miss an intercept, he doesn't kill me outright. This is a very long fight, so I've sped it up, I think, to 200%. A little bit tricky here with Scorpion because, you know, most of his damage is reliant on the enemy using special attacks, but the way that TERRAX's power works, he only uses a special attack every so often, so I found it really difficult to kind of get a flow for this fight. So you can see me basically relying heavily on my basic attacks for the damage, and with the Agent Venom synergy giving me a Fury for every one of my Sting debuffs, that's giving me a hefty attack bonus here as well. So, you know, when we do get a special out of him with the Power Stings on, that's great. The protection, of course, from Eventful Intercept is removing all of our debuffs, so it's really difficult to get debuffs to stick. I also found him to be not very aggressive outside of the rock field, and I don't really want to attack into him too much during the rock field, so you know, on the surface, Scorpion doesn't really feel like a good counter here. I think that there are much better options that you can use on this fight. And in hindsight, I didn't really need the Agent Venom synergy for that first fight with Kindred. So I feel like maybe somebody like Absman would have been a little bit better on this fight. But, you know, regardless, we're going to get through it. We're taking a bit of rock field damage, but we don't have another Scorpion fight, so I'm not too concerned about the damage taken as long as we get through the fight without dying. And there we go. Alright, we have a rank 2, yeah, only rank 2 Morbius here on Ebonful Intercept. We took this fight last war with Black Cat. Very similar here, so we're going to be attempting to parry the glide. I missed the first one there, and once his glide is on cooldown, then we can safely intercept, apply the taunt from the attacker tactic, and then bait out a special there. You can see we got another taunt off just in time. I have no idea how he blocked this special 1, but he does punish me, so we take a bunch of damage there, and that is going to hurt because we do have 2 more Chee'ilth fights coming up after this. So again, no clue how he was able to block when I chained my special from a combo. I don't feel like I was late. It's possible I was, but right there we were able to parry the glide again. So the parry, I talked about that in the previous video. There is kind of a bug with the attacker tactic. where you are able to parry any unblockable basic attack with a tactic attacker. And you have to parry. If you just block, you're going to get hit anyways, but a well-timed block will work successfully. So again, once we get the glide on cooldown, we can basically just play the fight normally. The SP1 is refreshing the glide, so we do kind of have to be aware of that. Backing off, forcing a glide, and then countering once he pulls the heavy out. And I think the special 2 ends up killing him. Yep, nice 22k crit there and 11k crit to follow up. So a little bit sloppier than the last time, but we got through it just the same. Alright, we got a Joe Fixit mini-boss here on Hazard Shift, rank 3 Joe, but this time we have a rank 2 Chee'ilth. Strategy is going to be exactly the same. We use an advanced power boost to get to our Tranquilize on the special 2 faster, and then we're going to block bait the special 2 only. We really do not want him to throw that special 1 at all. I originally had Scorpion slotted for this fight, and I told my planner that I was going to use Chee'ilth instead, and they were questioning whether she could take this fight without the Hulk synergy, but I reminded them that I actually had done a Joe Fixit on Path 9 with a rank 1 Chee'ilth earlier in the season, so I was extremely confident about getting through this fight without dying. So you can see, a couple of the debuffs are sneaking through our cleanse charges, but by and large we are getting through this without taking pretty much any significant hazard shift damage here. So I probably could have launched the special 2, but I wasn't sure it was going to push him over 2 bars of power, so I played it safe, backed off and held block, and then fired off the special 2, and he's pretty much dead at this point. I think one more medium does it. Yep, there we go. So all in all, pretty easy fight. Alright, last fight of the war for me is a rank 3 Silk boss. We're going to go in here with Chee'ilth. Silk is the most dangerous defender in this meta. If she hits you with a special, you're dead, no matter who you are, no matter how boosted you are. Very, very frustrating how dangerous she is, and if you make one mistake, you're dead. So, going to go in here. Again, the goal is to intercept as much as possible to get that steadfast passive. I mentioned the physical resistance stat focus earlier. That was just to hopefully negate some of the chip damage in this fight. Don't have a lot of success doing that. You also notice that I haven't used a special attack yet, and that's because we have been unable to get her evade on cooldown. It takes us 24 hits to get a single crit in this fight. So Silk's crit resistance, very, very problematic. Now at this point I probably should have used my special 3. I'm not really sure why I didn't here. So we're going to intercept with the relic, and then we're going to attempt a backdraft to refresh the taunt before she gets a bar of power. And when I attempt the backdraft, she's going to counter with a light attack, combo me, the taunt expires, she has a bar of power, and at this point the fight is over. So I just do whatever I can here. She hits me with her special 2, and I'm instantly dead. So yeah, very, very frustrating fight. No cleanup vid for me on this one. Again, the war was kind of already won at that point because LVT wasn't pushing, so Clown went in and cleaned up my mess after me, so big shout out to him for doing that. 5 kills for me this war, 1 very frustrating death, but it is what it is, and our record has improved to 4-3 on the season. We have 5 wars left in the season, and statistically speaking, this is already my worst season in Tier 1 with 3 total deaths. So, and I know, there's going to be more to come in the 5 wars remaining. I've already kind of accepted that. I was talking with somebody today, and I made the comment that I really think that Tier 1 needs this kind of paradigm shift that we are experiencing this season. But on the flip side, the war consumable economy absolutely needs to catch up very, very quickly. And to that point, this is the first season here in SSX that I've actually had to spend units on consumables. And if the new norm is expected to be that players who want to compete at this level need to spend units or money on consumables, then I'm going to have to reassess how much I want to push at this level. So I don't really want to have to do that. So I really hope some changes are made to the economy sooner rather than later. So folks, if you enjoyed this one, please let me know by hitting that like button for me. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.